It's Tuesday, the 22nd of April. Welcome to the PDB Afternoon Bulletin. I'm Mike Baker, your eyes and ears on the world stage. All right, let's get briefed. First, China is showing off its latest weapons breakthrough amid rising tensions with both the U.S. and Taiwan, and it has serious implications for the future of modern warfare. We'll have those details. Later in the show, an update on the latest Signal chat scandal involving Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, as President Trump blasts media reports that he's looking to replace his Pentagon chief as, quote, fake news. But first, today's afternoon spotlight. We'll begin with an alarming new weapons breakthrough out of China, where researchers for the communist regime recently tested a non-nuclear hydrogen-based bomb. The breakthrough explosive device, which weighs reportedly only 4.5 pounds, is able to release a sustained fireball exceeding temperatures of 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot. And is capable of producing heat for over 2 seconds after detonation, or roughly 15 times longer than a traditional TNT explosion. It achieves this by harnessing what's known as magnesium hydride, a solid-state material that allows for the storage of hydrogen at much higher levels than conventional pressurized tanks. When triggered, it creates a devastating chemical chain reaction, releasing hydrogen gas that ignites into a sustained inferno. Well, this all sounds very pleasant, doesn't it? According to a report from the South China Morning Post. This development essentially creates a device that dwarfs conventional explosives. The bomb does all this without the need for nuclear material, thereby, of course, avoiding restrictions under current international nuclear treaties. This next-generation hydrogen bomb was reportedly developed by researchers with the China State Shipbuilding Corporation. It's a key player in underwater weapons development, and it recently tested in a field experiment, though it's not clear when the test took place. Describing the weapon, a research scientist that led its development said, quote, hydrogen gas explosions ignite with minimal ignition energy, have a broad explosion range, and unleash flames that race outward rapidly while spreading widely. This combination allows precise control over blast intensity, easily achieving uniform destruction of targets across vast areas, end quote. The researchers note that unlike conventional blasts, which produce extremely high-pressure shock waves that cause massive collateral damage, the new device has a controllable chain reaction and a weaker overall blast force, meaning that it could be deployed in a more precise way. So, you ask yourself, what are its potential applications? According to peer-reviewed studies, the weapon test, published in the Chinese-language Journal of Projectiles, Rockets, Missiles, and Guidance, and it was a bad time, I guess, to cancel my subscription to Projectiles, Rockets, Missiles, and Guidance. The bomb has directed energy potential, able to project intense heat over a large area. The heat is powerful enough to burn through armored vehicles, buildings, and even fortified bunkers, making it a potentially devastating tool for urban warfare. And that's, of course, the kind that China could face if they launched a full-scale invasion of Taiwan. It could also be used to block enemy access, for example, to strategic routes by incinerating roads or for targeting critical infrastructure like energy stations or communication hubs, according to a report from the Economic Times. Put simply, the bomb's ability to target specific areas with sustained heat without indiscriminately destroying a broad area allows the Chinese military to launch precision strikes on a wide array of high-value targets. But beyond its specific military applications, analysts say that China may rely on the device as a tool for psychological warfare against Taiwan and other adversaries. Regardless of how it's used, the bomb marks a significant leap forward in China's military technology, particularly in the area of energy-based weaponry. Until recently, magnesium hydride, the key component of the weapon, was only produced in small quantities at research labs. But earlier this year, China opened a new magnesium hydride plant in a northwestern province that's reportedly capable of producing 150 tons annually. That's, of course, opening the door for large-scale development. While its potential use in next-generation explosives is obviously disturbing, Chinese researchers claim the technology can also be harnessed for powering submarine fuel cells or extended drone missions. They say it's all part of China's effort to integrate clean energy solutions into its military. That's what it's all about. It's all about going green. But the breakthrough comes at a time, of course, when tensions in the South China Sea are rapidly intensifying, with China orchestrating regular military drills around Taiwan and issuing threats against the island democracy's president over his perceived support of the Taiwanese independence movement. All right, coming up next, President Trump blasts media reports that he's looking to replace Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth as, quote, fake news. I'll be right back. Hey, Mike Baker here. Well, as you know by now, tariffs, the trade wars, they've basically thrown the global economy into some chaos. Potential widespread inflation tied to massive supply chain disruptions, well, it's weighing heavily on all of us. But I believe that there is a silver and gold lining that most people may have missed. You see, President Trump specifically exempted gold and silver bullion from these sweeping tariffs. And while these new policies are triggering significant financial chaos, the administration preserved your ability to diversify into precious metals. If you're concerned about your savings, I encourage you to have a free consultation with a Birch Gold precious metals specialist. Look, the first step is very easy. Just text PDB to 989-898 and receive your free, no-obligation information kit on gold. Learn how to hold gold and silver in a tax-sheltered account. Birch Gold will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a gold IRA for no money out of pocket. Find out why so many Americans trust Birch Gold to protect their savings with gold. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of thankful customers, text PDB to the number 989-898. Again, text PDB to 989-898 to claim your free information kit right now. Hey, Mike Baker here. Now, look, I know that you know this, but owning a handgun or any weapon for self-defense, it comes with serious responsibility. And you need it to be both secure and accessible when it matters most. Well, that's what StopBox USA set out to solve with their StopBox Pro. It's a lockbox that gives you instant access to your firearm, no electronics, no keys or codes required. The 5-button locking system responds to your unique input. It's built for muscle memory, so you're not thinking, you're reacting. Look, I have a StopBox Pro at home, and it is an excellent piece of kit. It's extremely well made, it's secure, and it's easy to use. With the StopBox Pro, you don't have to trade safety for speed. Your firearm stays secure and always within reach. For a limited time only, not only do you get 10% off your entire order when you use code PDB at StopBoxUSA.com, but they're also giving you buy one, get one free for their StopBox Pro. That's right, 10% off and a free StopBox Pro when you use the code PDB at StopBoxUSA.com. Discover a better way to balance security and readiness with StopBox. Welcome back to the Afternoon Bulletin. The White House is slamming an NPR report claiming that President Trump is looking to replace Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, calling it fake news, and doubling down on Trump's unshakable support for his Pentagon chief. The NPR report, published on Monday, cites a lone anonymous U.S. official who claims the White House has begun sounding out potential replacements for Hegseth, amid mounting scrutiny over his use of encrypted messaging apps to discuss military operations. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt wasted no time punching back, posting on X that the NPR piece was, quote, total fake news based on one anonymous source who clearly has no idea what they're talking about, end quote. The administration's rapid response team, I did not know that they had a rapid response team, did you? Well, they backed her up, branding the story as, quote, wrong, and part of what it called a broader campaign to smear Trump's national security team. President Trump himself, speaking at the White House Easter egg roll on Monday, dismissed media reports critical of Hegseth as, quote, just a waste of time, reiterating that the defense secretary has his full support. The blow-up follows a weekend report in the New York Times that revealed Hegseth had used a second private signal chat group, this one including his wife, his brother, and his personal attorney, to discuss imminent U.S. airstrikes in Yemen targeting Iran-backed Houthi terrorists. The revelation comes just over a month after the Atlantic's editor-in-chief disclosed that he had been accidentally added to a different signal thread created by National Security Advisor Mike Waltz to coordinate covert strikes in Yemen. Though the Trump administration maintains that no classified information was shared in either chat group, the fallout has rattled the Pentagon. Several senior officials have departed in recent weeks. Among the recent departures is former Pentagon spokesman John Elliott, who placed the internal dysfunction squarely on Hegseth's shoulders. In a Politico op-ed over the weekend, Elliott described the Department of Defense as being in a state of, quote, disarray. Hegseth accused the media of weaponizing anonymous sources to score political points. He told reporters, quote, what a big surprise that a few leakers get fired and suddenly a bunch of hit pieces come out from the same media that peddled the Russian hoax, end quote. Despite the mounting criticism, potential internal unrest, and renewed questions about unsecured communications, the White House's message or narrative remains consistent. The attacks are politically motivated, the reporting is bogus, and the SecDef isn't going anywhere. And that, my friends, is the PDB Afternoon Bulletin for Tuesday, the 22nd of April. Now, if you have any questions or comments, and I do hope you do, please reach out to me at pdb@thefirsttv.com. To listen to the show ad-free, of course, that is perfectly doable. Just become a premium member of the President's Daily Brief by visiting pdbpremium.com. I'm Mike Baker, and I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, stay informed, stay safe, stay cool. Hey, Mike Baker here. All right, let's talk MAHA. Have you heard about that? Make America Healthy Again. Look, here's the thing. At the end of the day, the most important things in life are good health, family, and of course, time. Getting into shape and staying in shape, encouraging physical fitness and good health with your family, and being consistent and having enough time during your busy day to actually work out. Well, that's why I'm excited to be working with Don Mastrangelo and his team at Jacked Up Fitness. Look, Don's an amazing entrepreneur, and he and his team at Jacked Up Fitness have created a great home fitness company that you've got to check out. Now, one of their products, their commercial-grade Power Rack Pro, has everything you need for a full-body workout at home. I've just had a Power Rack Pro installed at my house, and I can't say enough good things about it. The construction and quality are incredible. Frankly, much better than a lot of the machines you see at a professional gym. The cable crossover systems, integrated 200-pound weight stacks, and the Smith machine allow you to do hundreds of exercises, basically everything and anything that you can do at the gym. And if you're new to strength training, their Get Jacked Up program offers full-body video workouts. Just press play and follow along. My boys and I have been hitting the Power Rack Pro hard since it got set up the other day, and it stands up to the toughest workouts. Of course, my problem now is keeping my sons and their teammates off the Power Rack Pro long enough each day so I can get my own workouts done. Go to getjackedup.com and sign up for free access to the program. When you're ready to order your Power Rack Pro, save 10% with my promo code BAKER, that's B-A-K-E-R. Look, no more excuses. Get busy. Get to getjackedup.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment, a really positive, nice, and kind comment. That would be appreciated. And if you're not already subscribed to our channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our daily updates.